Well, hi there. I grabbed a knife and I grabbed my usual cup of coffee. Extra large today because it's weekend and I'm off for the weekend, which is very nice. So cheers. The knife is the Ruike P121-Hussar. I don't know how you pronounce it. Hussar. Hussar. And I can tell you right from the start that this is a knife that impressed me immensely. It is around €40, 50 with a bit of shipping, anyway from where I got it. The Ruike knives, well, not many dealers in Europe. I don't really know how it is in the US, but I have only found one so far in Europe, and I will leave a link. It's an eBay shop in France, and they even have their own homepage. I bought a few knives there, and they're quite okay. Well, back to the knife. The Ruike, I just recently learned about this brand, mostly via Kevin Cleary. Who has a channel. He's a Canadian, and apparently Ruike is quite well represented in Canada. The first Ruike I got was this one, the P105, which kind of impressed me so much that I wanted to buy another one. As you can see, it's the same, super smooth. And then I got this one, much different design, but same qualities, around same price. If we start from the tip, it's well, more or less Persian style. As you can see, it's a bit rounded at the top, very slim blade, which I kind of like. The Ruike logo here on the back side, the model number and a very long number, which I don't really know what is. I don't know why they had to put it there. I like my blades quite kind of clean, not too much text, and very small in the beginning of the blade. There is, you can't see it, it's 14C28N steel. Decent steel. If we move on further, we have a rounded flipper, which means that the edges are removed, so it is quite gentle with your finger, which is nice, but then again it is so smooth that it doesn't really matter, but it doesn't hurt your finger anyway. Lock bar. On the back side of the blade there's a shoulder, and that's where the liner lock goes into. As you can see, the lockup is the liner is all the way in on the back side of the blade, so good lockup, and the shoulder of course makes it quite wear resistant if you use it. It will last for a long time. Inside there's are some holes drilled. You can call it milling, but the liners are drilled with a few holes. That of course makes it lose a bit of weight. Now the handle, G10. Of course, I almost said, but of course it's G10. The pocket clip, deep carry. The back side of the pocket clip is recessed into the handle so that the screws does not interfere too much with your pocket, and it is in fact a very nice clip for your, at least for the trousers I use. The handle is, if we talk fit and finish, the handle is sort of rounded, I don't know, chamfered here, and same on the back side, of course. They didn't round off these edges on top of it, and I guess that's a design choice, but it does make it a bit sharp on the edge here. Nothing too much, not too bad, but well, that's the way it is. Ergonomically, it's quite nice, more than quite nice. It is rather good in hand, but of course you can feel, which I said, you can feel this edge a little bit. But I think it's a design choice, but because otherwise they would just continued and rounded it off here. It is kind of beefy in hand, but then again, I like beefy knives, so not a big problem for me. And the pocket clip just disappears in your hand, no problem there. As I said, super smooth. You know, those of you who follow my channel know I like my real steel knives, and we are, as I said, we are in real steel territory, both in terms of fit and finish, and this is the Thor. You can just see it for comparison. We are in real steel territory, both in fit and finish and action. We have the real steel Sea Eagle, a little bit bigger, but as you can see, just put those away again, a very slim blade, which I kind of like. Yeah, the scratches here I made. Out of the box, super sharp actually. It is quite sharp. I'll try to, we don't really have phone books anymore in this country, but I'll try to, I found a receipt, maybe I can show you. Really nice, and I'm so happy I succeeded in this. Usually it goes wrong when I'm on camera, but this went quite well. I'll just put in the stats of this knife. And we can move a little closer. See the handle is a little bit grippy. There's a little bit of surface in the G10, at least on the flat part here, and of course the same on the other side. I've been EDCing this knife for a few days, and I can only tell you it has done the jobs I've thrown at it. It is, I don't use a knife intensively every day, but you know, I always carry one, and this one is very nice for light, my sort of light EDC, and I even think I could take it to the forest if I wanted to. It is very nice indeed. I can easily recommend this knife. What I find interesting is that blade centering is perfect. And I took this knife apart, but the action didn't get any smoother. I guess you can say there are levels of smoothness, but it didn't matter. I lubricated it, but what I found out was that the tolerances in this one, it is this smooth, and I can tighten the pivot all that I want. So this doesn't need any Loctite or anything. The pivot is as tightened as I want to, and still the action is like this, so no need for adjusting, which to me indicates super nice tolerances. Well, very much recommended, very nice knife. Ruike made a few more folders and a few fixed blades. Since I don't like fixed blade, I don't want those, but they have 2 more folders, which I think I want to buy, because these really are very nice knives. With this, I want to say have a nice evening, day, whatever it is in your country. Bye bye.